Hello everybody, this is me Sajid again and welcome to this video. So far we have been talking about different elements that shape a career, and today we are going to talk about similar topic. We are going to discuss career stages, or as some might say it, career levels. When we talk about career stages, so I prefer to categorize them into 5 levels. First is the fresh one. Now fresh is for those who are having none to almost or up to 2 years of experience. Next category is entry level, and entry level is someone who's having 2 to 4 years of experience. Then we have mid-senior, and for me mid-seniors are those who are having 4 to 8 years of experience. Then you have senior roles, and these are the people who have generally somewhere between 8 to 15 years of experience or even a bit more. And last, you have executive management or executive roles, and they are someone who is having more than generally 15 years of experience, or it can go up to 40 depending on different situation, and even beyond that. The categorization I gave you is generally applicable to large corporates and medium enterprises. They may not apply to startup. So it is possible that after 2 years of experience in startup, you might become a VP. Yes, it is absolutely possible, but again, that's an exception, I would say. So do not compare yourself with someone who's doing a job in startup, because startups have a different way of working. Now, let's try to understand what each of these levels entails and what does it mean for us or for you when you are doing your career plan. Fresh level are generally the folks who are still trying to understand what do they want to do. So they are straight out of university, or they are already doing some internship, and they are still trying to understand what do they want to do for the rest of their life. They have not yet identified their sweet spot or their preferred industry, domain, or a functional area. It could be because of the 2 reasons. Number one, that they don't even know what are the options available, or they did not get a job, which is absolutely fine. So anyone who's fresh is, of course, in its very early stages of their exploration journey. Then comes the entry level position. Now, entry level are those folks who got into jobs. This is the first job they got. They were not 100% sure if they want to do that or not, but of course we need jobs to pay the bills. So they got into that, and now they are doing the day-to-day tasks. They are trying to understand if they should continue doing the same or not. So I would say they are still on their exploration journey. For me, initial 2 to 4 years of your career are really about exploring what do you want to do. Some might argue with me that Sajid, 4 is already too advanced to make such decisions. Yes, I agree to that to an extent. So I generally say that you have an option of somewhere between 2 to 4 years. You should decide what do you want to do, because by this time you would have seen enough. You would know how corporate works, how careers work, and then you should be able to make a call, what do you want to do. Then when we talk about mid-senior people, these are mostly the people who are already serious and they have spent 4 years or more than that in a certain domain. So they are okay with that. They will probably continue doing the same thing for the rest of their lives or something similar. And then you have senior people. Now these are generally the ones who are managers, senior managers, or associate directors, and even to an extent directors. Now these are the guys who have really made profiles in a certain domain and a functional area, and it is really difficult for them to switch, and they are going to continue doing the same for the rest of their life unless there are some desperate measures that they want to take or some desperate moves they plan ahead. And then you have last, these are the guys who are generally senior directors, vice presidents, or C-suite. When we talk about corporate pyramid or these levels that we just discussed, we see that at the bottom it is the biggest. Now what does it mean? It means 2 things for us. Number one, that when you are starting your career or when you are in early stages of your career, there are a lot of opportunities where you can go, and there are a lot of people doing that. When we move on to mid-senior level, that's where things start getting a bit tricky, and this is where you have less number of positions and a bit more competition. And it continues if you go to senior positions or even executive positions. So to give you an example, a company may require only 1 CEO. However, they would require probably 100 entry-level positions, some in development, some in pre-sales, and like that. Similarly, a division would require 1 head. That means 1 VP or one director. However, they might require 30 other people to do or support those roles. Similarly, a team might require one team lead or one team manager. However, a team may have 15 people. Or the more you advance in your career levels, the competition becomes tough, your responsibilities increase, and it becomes intense. You might argue that rewards are also getting better. Yes, they are. So you get better compensation, you get better benefits, and you are also accountable and responsible for bigger things. Someone who's sitting at entry level might feel that the CEO is not doing anything or a director is not doing anything. I understand that. I have been there. Most of us have similar understanding, but they are having their own responsibilities that they are taking care of that we are not able to see from bottom of pyramid. I want to bring one important point here, and it is specifically around fresh and entry level positions. When we talk about entry level or fresh graduate, there are two categories of people there. Someone who has already a good idea of what does he want, in which industry he wants to focus, which domain he likes, and which functional area he or she likes. Someone having a very clear indication on that. And then there is someone who's just getting into a job and then they will see how the future works for them. There is a difference in both. So the one having a clear career path or a clear career goals have much more advantage in the long run than the one who is just starting without any clear goal. So for example, if you had a friend from day one, he knew that I want to pursue my career in, let us assume, media. And then he started his career in media. On the contrary, you were not sure you want to go into media or not. And you started your career in telecommunications or in pharmaceuticals. And then after 3 years, you realize pharmaceuticals is not for you, and then you switch the industry. The guy who wanted to go into media from day one, he went there. After 3 years, he would already be in a good position. That means that guy took an advantage of 2 to 3 years. Now, I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Of course, there is a competition, but again, everyone has their own career path. It depends on your personal preferences, choices, competition, situation. So what I'm trying to tell you is that these minor things make a difference in the long run. If you like this video, I would say stay tuned and see you in the next video.